baby, I was just a child. Ta-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Hi guys. I know it's said live, but let me just give it about 5 more seconds because what happens is when the live starts and then it starts saving after a while. I hope now it's there. Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Milano, and today I'm opening up about why I took a break from social media, and hopefully it's going to inspire and help someone out there. And I'm also going to reflect on my few days experience, which I've been doing for in the other videos. Every day I'm learning something new, and I'm becoming aware of what to expect, and somehow I'm becoming more afraid. But I'll get there. Also, a disclaimer: it's the first time I'm using my laptop, so the picture quality might not be right, but you can see the bedding. That's my. It used to be a throw, South African flag throw, and I made it into a poncho. That's my bed. Now I've got pillows finally. In my hair, can I tell you a joke about my hair? I just discovered me here in Taiwan. I'm going to get away with uh, untidy hairstyles. I just took a shower, and normally I lie down, and at some point I need to cut my hair. But I realized that I don't need to stress about my hair quality and texture because no one else has it. So they don't know what is good looking and what's not, what's neat and what's not. I got. I just realized this is another freedom pack, which is coming with being here. Obviously, when I go to school, I'll try and be decent, but I'm just thinking to myself, I'm not going to be under pressure. Also, something which I discovered day one of school was last week, Tuesday, and then they're still renovating at my school. So we are officially opening next week, Monday. So this is my last week of being on holiday. So my director, when we met and going through the forms and everything, when we left, I was wearing my shirt and I thought I dressed down. I said, my thinking was like, I'm from Bangchoi. I don't want them to get used to me dressing up because back at home, I used to dress up like necktie, brooch, or even, waistcoat. Like I dress up like I'm going to a wedding. Even on my down days, it'd still be looking that sleek. So here, the only problem with that is that when I wanted to dress down, it became a problem. Like I'm not dressed appropriately. So here I came with my plaid squash shirt, and I was wearing my chinos and my other comfortable shoes, semi-formalish. And yeah, I thought I was okay. So when I got there, the director was like, you might consider, and you are free to dress to accommodate the weather. That time he's wearing shorts. I see there's someone watching. I wasn't expecting anyone. Normally, when I do these recordings, I record and how hi Constance. I didn't even see. It's the first time I'm Constance. It's the first time I'm using a computer, a laptop. So hi, welcome OGL. So I wasn't expecting people to come there. I normally record and then they upload. They take a while to upload and then I post them. So I hardly have participants. It's only the other time when I had is it I've forgotten the name. She's also from and Domitleche's YouTube channel. Anyway, welcome team. So I'm just reflecting on why I left social media, but I was just here and there talking about my experience. So the director said I must consider and I must feel free to dress to accommodate the weather. That time I was wearing shorts and sneakers and a t-shirt, and I was like, oh my god. That time I left, because of weight limits coming here, I was taking out stuff. My pain, my heart was sinking because some of the best shots I had, which were fitting me. I'll talk about my weight a little bit later, and a lot of t-shirts. I was like, I'll buy them because I'll be focused on working. So on weekends I'll be resting, not realizing that I need to dress down because it's quite hot here. It's humid. So without the air conditioner, which is up there, right now I've switched it off and I can already feel that I'm sweating. So after this, I'll switch it on. And normally, YouTubers I've been watching from Taiwan, because I've been watching a lot of clips of YouTubers from Taiwan, especially South Africa. I haven't seen anyone from Swaziland. I'm talking about the experiences. They helped a great deal. Um, for me to understand and be ready of what to be ready for what to face. Also, they kept on talking about the heat, and they were like this. Now I understand, because it is really hot. Without the aircon, if I switch on the aircon, it's going to be noisy. So let's get into it. I was accepted into the program sometime around October last year, and I was amongst the first because they advertised it in Swaziland. They'd gone overseas, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and they came back with information that there's the teaching opportunity going on. So I applied, and I think I was amongst the first to be accepted. I was so excited. I think by November, when I got my acceptance letter into the program, TFETP, Taiwan Foreign English Teaching Program. Yeah, I was accepted into that. I was so excited. Even in the interview, I could see, because it was virtual, the interview panel, they were so happy. And I was excited. I was like, yay, so now this is going through. And I really had no problem. So I posted that acceptance note, I think, on Twitter. And there were so many congratulations. I think they got up to 4,000 reactions for the first time, a tweet like that. But I'd hidden a few details. That was me, as per norm, just sharing what's happening in my life. So I was looking forward to leaving, and the earliest leaving date was late December or early January. Um, and then I think we even bought tickets by December with my dad. Say for end of January, because we're thinking, okay, December is too early, so let's give it a bit of time. So we did that. We prepared everything. I was filling in the documents, and then now we're waiting for the um, work permit, which comes from the school. So what the agency does, you get into the agency, and then after the agency, after you qualify to become a member of an English teacher under the agency, they then allocate you a school. And then the school needs to go to the Ministry of Education here and organize you a work permit. And then once you get the work permit, that's what you're going to use to apply for the visa. Something which I didn't know is that Swaziland, you no longer need a visa coming to Taiwan, because of the relations. I should have used that one, but I think I was going to be frustrated. Anyway, good things work out for goodness eventually. So I was waiting for that, and it took forever. The school took forever to come back to me. We're having communication problems. And by the time school started, they gave me feedback that they had a problem with my names. My qualifications, I've got three of my names. I've got three names, but my Swazi ID, which I had produced, had only two names. So in Chinese they use characters. So this name needs to be exactly as this one. Now I've learned a bit of the language. Wo Jian, Wo Jian, Wo Jiao, Dlamini Mlando, or Xiang Dlamini. So they start with the surname and come with the name. So it needs to be, like I said, I haven't pronounced it well, but at least I'm learning something. And I've learned Ni Ha and Shishi, which is thank you, for when I go and buy food. So um, they gave feedback that my names were not colorating. And then I had to give them my old birth certificate from Swaziland, because even my South African documents and the ID, because I studied in South Africa and I got my teaching certificate in South Africa. Those who know, I've got a dual citizen story, which I'll always share when I find a story, but this one is not about it. So now I had to fix that. And then when I fixed it, they took forever to come back. So time elapsed. I was waiting at home, waiting for communication. It was through email. And I understand there's a language barrier. So when you send some of these people you are consulting with, especially from the school, you might find that the person who's reading the email is not English speaking. For them to respond to it, they have to get an interpreter and so on and so forth. This is what I was assuming. So that's the biggest reason why I took a break, because by January, believe you me, there's no one close to me who I hadn't said bye to. I did not publicize when I was leaving. I just posted around November that I was into the program. people wished me well. Others were even beginning to say, "Hey, you shouldn't have posted that," because some people they've got bad ill thoughts and whatsoever. So they were holding, dude, you don't understand the mental drain and stress. I don't know what you call it. It was a lot. I was trying to I prayed. I almost went to the Yang as well, just to ask for this bad luck cloud to go away, because the weight was taxing, mentally, emotionally, and otherwise. So I posted in November on Twitter, but I didn't post on Facebook. Instagram, I was no longer actively posting. The biggest reason for Instagram me stopping to participate, I am going through an era. I call myself, I'm going through a fat guy era. I've never been this big, so I'm a bit self-conscious these days. I was struggling, and I am still struggling to get used to this body size and gaining confidence of having this new body type. But it's natural when you get to this age, I believe. Another thing, it's because I was inactive and I was um, eating a lot and keeping indoors. So I started gaining weight. It started during oh, Constance, I saw your message and then say Nyamalel. I started gaining weight around that time. So the reason why I stopped posting on Instagram was because I was more self-conscious. I hardly took pictures. I was hardly going out, and most of the time I was wearing my Swazi traditional regalia, which was comfortable. And the stress of going to buy new clothes, it was as if I'm accepting the fact that now I've gained weight. There's a lot. The brain is going through a lot. There's the conflict of getting old, accepting the fact that now approaching 40, a few months before 40, which is beautiful, the experience. And then now there's the new body going. There's a lot which one is carrying. But I am winning each and every day. And one day I'll share why it's no longer easy for me to handle this, and it becomes like a mental struggle. There's a mental health journey which I'll share one day when I get time. But this one was about why I stopped or took the break on social media. So that was Instagram. Facebook, I had never posted that I was leaving, and Twitter, I had posted that, but I didn't post when I was leaving. So when the school wasn't communicating, let's just say I went through a depression phase where I was tired of explaining to everyone that I'm still waiting for the school. Can you imagine every day waking up to check the email if they've responded? Doing that for a good since January, right up until July. Well, not July. Let's say May. All those months, waking up, checking, and there's nothing. And then when you try and communicate, there's nothing. And then I communicate with the agent, and the agent communicates with me, tells me that they've communicated with the school, and only then do they come back to me and they'll say they are still busy with something, they'll be back to me. And then eventually I got someone to help call, and then through connections, they called the Ministry of Education to find that the Ministry of Education gives you 6 months to permit to work. Now, the school calendar is already beyond halfway through, so there's no way they're going to give me a 3 months contract. So when I got that information, that's when I started asking the agency to get me a new school, which is the one I'm going to. And that school, believe you me, within a week they were communicating with me. Within a few days, they had added me to their WhatsApp group. It's called Line. They've got an app here. It's called Line. It introduced me to the rest of the staff. They were proactive. So this was the new school. So the biggest reason why I was off social media was that I was going through a lot emotionally and mentally. I literally blocked out every thing and everyone. I was bound to my room. I wasn't attending social functions. This was me trying to deal with my mental health the best way I could. I did go through a bit of therapy. It affected me a great deal. So I took time away to reflect on and deal with me. Now I'm speaking about it because I'm at a better space, and every day is a triumph. Also, I've learned now, for instance, I only posted today that I'm coming here to Taiwan, and I've been here now, I think, for what, 3 weeks? This is my third week. So I've learned to do that, so that I've got time to process should certain things not go according to plan. So this has been a learning curve. And if there's anything I've left, I'll also do another story time. But in a nutshell, that was the biggest reason why I took a break from social media. I've done it before. Every year, I was born on the 1st of January, so my birthday falls around the beginning of the year, and it's when we make New Year's resolutions, and a lot of people forget about my birthday because they are concentrating on celebrating and crossing over. They're normally broke, nyara, nyara, nyara. I've accepted that. Personally, oh, it's a comment from another. I'll read it later. So yeah, um, that's it in a nutshell. So around January, I normally take a hiatus from social media just to reflect. Also, because of the numbers, it becomes a bit overwhelming to respond to everyone. Like today, I went back on Facebook. I posted it in the morning. Right now, what's the time? Right now, it's 22:56. It's going 4 minutes to 11 at night. I posted it in the morning around lunchtime. I think there are about close to 100 comments. Not likes, comments. Likes were over 300. So now I need to respond to them, and I get overwhelmed when I come across such. And I know I learned now to take it easy. Before I used to feel it as pressure, but now I take it easy and don't pressurize myself. So I posted on Facebook. I've left it. Tomorrow when I find time, I'm going to go back to Facebook and post. If I can't thank everyone individually, I'll simply like their comments and do a post thanking them, and that's okay. And I even posted on Facebook when I was going back that, guys, I've taken a break to reflect and regroup. So labakwatile, those who are mad, shame, I feel for them. But those who are really true friends and believe in me are going to come back, join in, we move together. On Twitter, I had taken a break. I also started posting or just liking a few and participating on spaces a few weeks back. But today I officially posted the fact that I said where it started, where how it went, and how it's currently going. So as in like I'm arriving in Taiwan maybe today or yesterday. So that's fine. That is now how I'm handling social media. So I think I've taken charge of social media. And again, once it if it becomes too hectic or I feel like my life is um, going to be affected by me living a certain life on social media, yet things are not going a certain way in my real life, then I'll take a break. I've learned to do that. So, yeah, I hope this is going to be helpful. It's been, I don't know, 17 minutes. Let's complete it to be 20 minutes. And there are a few points which I noted about Taiwan on a lighter note. If there are any questions, comments, feel free when I find time. Oh, the one social media platform which I've been active on was Insta YouTube, because I was in my room. I was watching all gossip channels and all interesting. I was watching. I don't do nails, but there's this lady who does nails. Her name is Evie. It's pretty hair something. She does this fancy nails. I find myself watching those YouTube. Sometimes hairstyles. Sometimes I watch recaps, movies summarized. YouTube was keeping me busy and keeping me sane, if I must say the least. It really did help. I don't watch TV. I hate propaganda. I hate watching the news. The only way I was keeping up with news was through YouTube. Twitter, I've taken a break because it also gets toxic, and I've learned to do it according to my way. And as soon as I come across posts which are not feeding the brain with positivity, I shift. I shift. Even here on YouTube, if there's a video titled and there's a bit of negativity, I shift. If I start listening to a video and I hear the direction is going, I shift. So yeah, let's fill up the 20. It's about 2 more minutes to go. Uh, I did say that. Oh yeah, I wanted to comment. Hey guys, bayabhema abantu bala. Yo, and it's different. I told you about the heat. It's different ages. Even the grannies and the mkulu. Some of them, you look at them, you think, you're so close to the grave, but now every cut. Believe you me, it's culture shock in a way, because yes, people do smoke in South Africa and in Swaziland, but here, here. I was looking at someone, they were even getting onto a scooter, and the other one was on a bike. I'm like, okay, this is interesting. Another thing which I wanted to comment on is that It helps to watch videos about where you're going to. It really helped a great deal. But also, what I discovered, they also create this fear. Now I've got fears about certain things, but I'm trying to work with them mentally. For instance, the fact that I'm going to stick out like a sore thumb because I'm black, and the issue of ubala lobekhona South Africa. Angifuni ukukusho lapha just in case the video fika kuphi kuphi. I'm used to that. I was teaching in Lojam. Lojam was an Indian suburb location. My principal was white, my deputy was Indian, I was black, and I was from Swaziland. So even the staff, so I'm hoping for that skill and experience is going to help me to to survive here. I spoke about my hair. I spoke about my fat guy era. Yeah, how I got here. I'm still dealing. I'm still trying to accept. And another thing, I feel like I've lost my sense of style because Bengvunula cool back in Swaziland. But something came to mind. I was like, I remember in the States, I survived through thrift shops. I don't want to buy brand new clothes, expensive clothes. I believe in putting together items. So I'm going to start looking for thrift shops and try and put together a style which is going to suit this body. Also, remember, I didn't bring most of my clothes. If I had an opportunity to bring more suitcases, my clothes were accommodating all the different eras of dressing up and all the different sizes I've gone through. Now, because I was coming to work, I brought mostly work clothes. So hopefully that is going to be sorted, and that's my journey. So let me end it. I'm now by 21 minutes. Let me end it here. Thanks guys for watching. Constance, I saw your message, it was retracted, but thanks for watching. I don't know who else was watching, but this was meant to record and then upload, and then after it's done uploading, because it takes a while to upload, I was then going to post it with a proper thumbnail. So I'm learning these things. I hope the quality of the video on the laptop is much better. I also want to download that streaming whatsoever that Donglitch is using. Tell her that I said she is the inspiration. And I need to switch on the aircon. Guys, it's been amazing. You can check out my social media platforms, hopefully. Instagram, once I have nice pictures to post there, because what I did, I then went to clean up the account. It's almost empty. I think I've got about 6 pictures there. Facebook, I've started now. We can communicate there. Don't go to my DM. If you want to DM me, let's use Twitter because I don't have a lot of inbox DM. Facebook, I need to dedicate a week to go through those 6 months, 7 months long inboxes. I just browsed through. I saw some insults as well. Someone looking for me and I wasn't available. Also, my phone was off. That's another thing. Because remember, I was waiting for communication from the school via email. So no one, I was expecting no call from around Swaziland. I was living with my family. If they need me from the family, they're going to call my mom. I was thinking that was my, it helped me. I'm not saying it's the best, but it helped me keep sane. Mental health is a serious matter. It needs one to take care of it and think about it. Lomunye would have resorted to drinking to just drown the sorrows and coping, and then it would have opened up for other things. Guys, I was just wrapping up. I said I don't want it to be long. Don't forget, on all social media platforms, it's Milano, Melarno. Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. If you want to communicate, use Twitter. Hopefully, I'm going to add my email should you want to also ask about how to come in. A couple of people have been asking after I posted that one on Twitter is how to apply to come and teach in Taiwan. It's doable. South Africans, I've seen a couple of YouTubers from South Africa who are here. Also Swatis, there are plenty of Swatis here, and the money is good for saving. But the trick is you need to go and work in the other provinces. Mina, I didn't Taima. I came to a drop in, which is Taipei. Taipei is like Senten. You know prices as a sentence. So this year, excuse me, I'm going to be working hand to mouth. I'm not yet saving because I'm living in a very expensive apartment and the lifestyle is expensive here. But fortunately, I'm at that stage where I'm no more a going out boy. I used to. If I do, I think it's going to be once in a while, just to refresh. Let me end it here. Mintanza, Hure, and Asembo Janila. Cheers. Thanks for staying through.